Hi and welcome to my match reaction. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2. A game of two halves, if you ask me. We played well in the first half, and in the second half, it's like we lacked courage, and we just basically didn't come out and just reverted into ourselves. It may be down to certain circumstances that happen in the game, but I'll get into that in a minute. But if you're new around here, please consider hitting that like and share button, and most importantly, don't forget to hit the subscribe. Goes a long way supporting my channel, and I thank you for tuning in. So let me get straight into it. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2. Like I said, a game of two halves. In the first half, we looked so good. We played well. The pass movement and everything was going well. Scored an early goal in the 9th minute. It was one of those games where, like I said in my match preview, I didn't know how this game was going to go. I was actually quite nervous, and I'm sure a lot of Arsenal fans was quite nervous going into this game. It was one of those things, because we didn't know the players that was going to be available for this game. We were quite nervous, but as soon as the starting lineup came out and seeing Bukayo's name and also Urian Timber's name in a starting lineup, not just in the squad, but in the starting lineup, obviously that gave us a little bit of more belief and a little bit of the encouragement that we needed going into this game, that we can actually potentially get something out of this game, and that's exactly what we got. I'm sure going into this game, Liverpool were probably favourites, but having seen the lineup, I'm sure they would have been like, okay, they've got a game on their hands here. So straight into the game, as I said, we scored an early goal, fantastic through ball from Ben White, and Bukayo Saka doing exactly what he does best. His 50th Premier League goal for the Arsenal. He now becomes the youngest player in Arsenal's history to hit 50 Premier League goals. So congratulations going out to Bukayo Saka, going ahead of Thierry Henry in that sort of record. So fantastic result. Fantastic record for Bukayo Saka to be beating the king, the GOAT himself in Thierry Henry, in reaching 50 Premier League goals. That's the youngest player in Arsenal history. So congratulations going out to him. He was also my man of the match. I'll let that out of the bag. But as the game progressed, it was one of those things where after scoring the first goal, it's like we sort of sat back a little bit and allowed Liverpool to pass the ball around and also get momentum in the game, which I thought was a little bit... It was one of those things that we couldn't afford to have allowed Liverpool to get back into the game. I just felt like if we really wanted to, we could have gone at Liverpool and potentially scored 2-3 more goals in that first half if we really wanted to. However, we allowed Liverpool back into the game, which then allowed them to get a set piece, which obviously came from the corner. This is the second week in a row now that we've conceded from a corner. Last week, we conceded from literally almost identical against Bournemouth from a corner, especially with that flick in that near post beating Kai Havertz. And that's exactly what's happened again today in the Liverpool game. You know, Lewis flicking it on and obviously Van Dijk getting the goal. And that obviously made it 1-1. After that, it just looked like we woke up again. We started playing the ball around, passing it around, and eventually we got the second goal. With that second goal, you can argue that we gave Liverpool a warning signal initially where we had a similar set piece. Marino should have scored. He missed the chance. I believe that Partey got in his way. But once we got that chance again, Marino put it in. Header, emphatically getting his first goal for the Arsenal. So welcome to the Arsenal. Mikel Merino getting a great goal. And I thought, you know what? Getting a second goal just before half-time was fantastic. We can then literally come back out in the second half, probably get an early goal within the first 15 minutes, make it 3-1 and potentially go on to win the game. Unfortunately, that is not what happened. It's like early in the second half, Big Gabriel Magalhaes, he got injured. And it's like psychologically that affected our game. And the players again just retreated, inviting pressure upon pressure from Liverpool. And from then on, I think Liverpool just thought, you know what? If we really wanted to, we can actually go on to potentially not only draw this game, but potentially win it as well. And up until the equalize, we had somewhat control in our back line. Obviously, like I said, Gabriel went off, Kivior came on. Wasn't the best replacement, but it is what it is. That is basically what we have available to us right now. Lewis Skelly also then came on for Urian Timber. I didn't really expect him to complete a full 90 minutes, having missed 3 games so far since he got injured. So, and we just looked to be on a back foot, attack upon attack. And it's like we were going for the game. We wanted to score a third goal, which then basically left us open at the back. One straight through ball from Trent to Nunez. And obviously it was basically, I think it were 2 against 1 in terms of Ben White. And, the writing was on the wall, as I said, having invited so much pressure in that second half. It was just a matter of time that Liverpool was going to get a second goal. And that is exactly what happened. We managed to see our 2-2 draw, but prior to that, I think there was some confusion in regards to when the referee blew the whistle when Kai Havertz appeared to have been through on goal. Initially, I was like, did they give it for the Kvyat's sort of initial header, or did they give it for the Kai Havertz header against Konate, and did they give it for a foul in there? I honestly couldn't tell you what the foul was for. If it was for the first one against Kvyat, that was no foul for me. Even the Havertz one was 50-50. Honestly, like I said, I referee as well. And the protocol, which the referees have been guided by in an attacking position like that, is to allow play to conclude and then see what happens. And potentially, you can blow your whistle after, considering you have VAR who can then obviously analyze it and potentially say you need to come and have a look at the screen and then make a decision from there. So I think, the referee blew his whistle too early. All depends on exactly what he was given a foul for. So in this case, it was potentially subjective. I don't know what he gave a foul for. You let me know in the comments. And then we had another incident where towards the end, Gabriel Jesus seemed to have got in a corner. However, the lino gave a goal kick. I don't know how. Replays shows that it should have been a corner. And as you know, we are fantastic when it comes to set pieces, as we have already shown earlier in the game, and as we have shown many times in the season and last season when it comes to corners. So anything could have gone. It is what it is. It's one of those what if, could have, should have, would have. We don't know. But anyways, listen, considering how I was feeling going into this game, not as confident, probably would have said if we got a draw, I would have been happy with it. But having seen the way we played in the first half and the kind of players that we had on the pitch, I do believe that the game was there for the taking. We probably should have won this game if we really wanted it. However, looking at the performance in the second half, we didn't look hungry enough. We didn't look like we really wanted it. And I think that's where we lacked composure, and psychologically we lost the game, especially after Gabriel got injured. And I think that's what potentially killed us in this game. And again, honestly, we need to do better. I don't know if the players are tired, because honestly, we've got Preston midweek, which potentially majority of the first team players aren't going to play. And then we've got Newcastle away next weekend. So we've got some time to rest before the next Premier League game. So I'm hoping that we have a better performance next week. That's almost 2 or 3 games in a row now. Bournemouth, we didn't play really well. Against Shakhtar, we didn't play that bad. We didn't play that well, to be fair. It was an own goal. I know Martinelli obviously made that goal, but it wasn't a great performance all round. And in this game, we had a good 45 minutes and a crap 45 minutes. So I don't understand what's going on. We can't keep making excuses about the players that aren't available. I know we had injuries during this game. Yuri Timber went off, Gabriel went off, but we can't keep making excuses. This team is good enough to see this kind of games out and to keep performing almost for 90 minutes, if not longer. So, yeah, we move on to the next one. Am I happy about the result? I mean, yes, I guess we could have won the game, but you know what? We take the draw. We're not that far back. It's one of those things where we couldn't lose this game. Everyone kept saying it's a must-win game. And I said before, I didn't think it was a must-win game. For me, it was a must-not-lose game, and we didn't lose. As they say, if you can't win it, don't lose it. So yeah, we didn't lose it. Let me know what you guys think about the game in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And as I said, if you're new around here, please hit that like and share button. And most importantly, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And I'll be speaking to you guys before the Newcastle game. I'm not around for the Preston game, unfortunately, but I'll be giving you my pre-match preview for the Newcastle game. And until next time, I'll speak to you guys later. Have a good week, Gooners. Take care.